Well, Kalle, we spoke last month, and
Last night, did we?
Last night, yeah, we nearly
When did
did.
we meet last night?
When I did speak to you last, which wasn't
Yeah.
last night, we spoke about Chris Eubank Jr. fighting again in December.
Yeah.
Pressure to make that happen,
Yeah.
but you've done that, and it's a huge fight against Liam Williams.
Two things to learn about that. I don't feel pressure, and secondly, I always deliver. No, joking aside, what a fantastic fight. You know, I'm chuffed. I think it's a fight that, you know, a lot of talk, free to view, pay-per-view. Listen, no one can tell me this. If with a proper card, this would be a pay-per-view. And in fact, I could list you a lot of pay-per-views that are far below this. So it's a fantastic statement from Sky to make this as a free to view. But looking aside of that, let's look what we got. We've got two gladiators who good, great boxers, but they have one negative part about them, and they both have that same problem. They can't step back. So us as a fan watching, I'll be not watching very nervously, obviously, but you're going to see a war. There's one prediction that either camp will make. You know it's going to be a war. And actually, the one common language they had up there today was that they both could agree it was going to be a good fight. If you noticed that, they both didn't. They obviously didn't have many lovely words for each other, but the one thing they both agreed on, it was going to be a great fight.
From Chris's point of view, do you almost see this world title eliminator? If he wins this fight, then does he almost guarantee himself a shot next year?
Well, I think we both. One's sitting at number 1 in the world, and one's sitting at number 6 in the world. So for both of them, everything's on the line. Yeah, I mean, obviously Chris is ahead of being number 1 in the world at the moment in the rankings. It is about the next fights, of course, from here, but I don't think we should look past this event. I will look past this event because that's my job. You know, we have a big plan for May next year, and I'm working on that. But we can't look past this fight. It's a British, but proper dust up. It smells, it stinks of throwback years of, you know, of Eubank Senior against Ben, Collins, Watson. You know, those great nights. And, you know, he didn't ask me where this fight was taking place. We didn't care. He didn't care it's in Cardiff.
What was the thinking with Cardiff?
Cardiff, I think it levels the playing field up a bit. You know, because experts will have Eubank the favourite, and it you know, on paper it levels it up. I'm telling you it doesn't, because I've seen firsthand when he fought Yildirim with a super Turkish crowd with their, you know, welcome to hell banners out, the flares going, and you've just seen Junior walk down and towards the ring, sort of all alone, and the Union Jack draped over his shoulder, through these crazy Turkish fans kicking off, got in the ring, a couple of rounds later, Yildirim was unconscious on the floor, and he didn't celebrate. He just stood in the middle of the ring, cool as ice, like the old man. And you know, the old man also always went into the Lion's Den. So I think it's a statement. And I think also when you watch it on television, it brings so much. You know, we've been through the last, you know, we've got crowds back now, but with those lockdown shows, oh my God. And that fake sound, and now you won't need any of that. The sound will be coming through your television, even if it's black and white.
In terms of Chris, we're having a big debate this week on the show, and the question is Chris Eubank Jr. world level? Now, what's your take on that?
He's absolutely world level. He beat James the Gale. You know, he's been in big fights that level. He's been in the World Boxing Super Series. So, yeah, he's number 1 in the world. So, yeah, of course he's not world. The question is, can he go up and get that legacy for himself? That he still needs to go and do. He's to win that world title, make a legacy for himself.
And finally, when it comes to 11th of December, DAZN coming up against Sky Sports, you've got Ben against Algieri. It's a bold move, isn't it, taking on DAZN for this fight?
I don't get involved in the politics of broadcasters. I think it's great it's great to have DAZN in British boxing. It's fantastic. They're a super outfit, and that's a cracking card as well. And I hope that the broadcasters get the timing sorted so that everyone can watch everything. you know. But I try to stay out of those sort of things. You know, I'm going to be very diplomatic on that one.
Cheers, Kalle. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.